All right, Golden State Warriors fans, let's dive into what has been a fascinating stretch of games and developments for the team. Last night, the Warriors managed to secure a solid win against the Clippers, overcoming some mid-game scares to really pull away in the second half. Even though the Clippers, led by James Harden, threatened to take control in the second quarter, Golden State's offense and defensive adjustments allowed them to regain composure and finish the game with a comfortable 19-point lead. What struck me as a little unusual was that the Warriors didn't quite reach the triple-digit mark, something you'd normally expect from a team renowned for its offensive firepower. It makes you wonder whether this was a matter of team age, the way the rotations were managed that night, or just one of those games where shots weren't falling exactly as planned. Still, the ability to recover and dominate the latter stages of the game speaks volumes about their resilience and depth. When you take a closer look at the Clippers roster, there's no shortage of talent. John Collins, Brook Lopez, Ivica Zubac, James Harden, Chris Paul, and Bogdan Bogdanović make up a formidable group, and yet the Warriors were able to limit their impact effectively. Harden led the Clippers in scoring with 20 points, but his shooting efficiency was less than stellar, connecting on 6 of 15 attempts and drawing only 7 free throws. Jimmy Butler, on the other hand, showcased impressive efficiency for the Warriors, hitting 9 of 12 attempts, which highlights how the team doesn't have to rely solely on Steph Curry to carry the offensive load. Steph had 19 points, Draymond contributed 7, and Butler ended up with 21, demonstrating that Golden State scoring is becoming increasingly balanced. One of the key factors in this balance was Quentin Post, who played 25 minutes and hit 4 of 9 shots, all coming from beyond the arc. His presence as a stretch big adds critical spacing to the floor, creating opportunities for shooters and ball handlers alike. Yet, the limited use of him in the post, only 2 shots, raises questions about his ability to be a dominant interior presence when it really counts, especially in playoff matchups against elite big men like Jokic or upcoming opponents like Wemby. Despite these concerns, it's encouraging to see Post getting significant minutes, as his development and understanding of the system are vital for the team's frontcourt versatility. Al Horford's rotation continues to be carefully managed, with 21 minutes of play reflecting a balance between preserving his health at 39 years old and utilizing his experience to contribute when needed. The team's frontcourt is still a work in progress, and 1 or 2 additions could make a significant difference. The Warriors' backcourt depth, while talented with players like Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, and Patrick Baldwin Jr., presents a challenge in balancing minutes without compromising efficiency and chemistry. Nevertheless, the team has shown the ability to adapt, with Pod showing improvement across multiple areas of the stat sheet, contributing 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, demonstrating that his role is expanding beyond scoring. Kuminga, while not at his best with 4 of 11 from the field, remains a developing piece, learning to mesh within the system, which is crucial for long-term success. Turning to free agency, a familiar name has emerged, James Wiseman. Despite being labeled a bust following the 2020 draft due to injuries and missed opportunities, Wiseman now represents a potential low-cost frontcourt asset for the Warriors. Having previously played under Steve Kerr, he could reintegrate quickly and offer athleticism, rim protection, and scoring in the post, all of which would bolster the team's frontcourt depth as they approach more challenging matchups. Financial constraints may limit immediate moves, but trading certain backcourt players or utilizing exceptions could create the necessary flexibility to bring Wiseman back, while also managing cap space effectively. His experience in the system and ability to handle legitimate minutes as a big man could be a valuable addition, particularly when facing teams with multiple dominant bigs. Looking ahead, the upcoming matchup with the Milwaukee Bucks presents an interesting test. The Bucks have demonstrated that they can excel without Damian Lillard, leaning heavily on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the support of Miles Turner, showing depth and efficiency. Golden State's smaller lineup raises questions about rebounding and interior defense, and uncertainty regarding Al Horford's availability adds another layer of complexity. Nevertheless, the Warriors have historically risen to challenges like this, and the balanced scoring and rotational strategies suggest they can handle the intensity in Milwaukee. Maintaining offensive pressure and defensive discipline will be crucial to ensuring that the Warriors continue their strong start and preserve momentum through critical stretches of the season. The team's success is not solely dependent on any one player, and part of what makes Golden State formidable is its adaptability. The integration of younger players into significant roles, combined with the measured deployment of veterans like Draymond, Horford, and Curry, allows the Warriors to keep opponents guessing. Attention to spacing, shot selection, and matchups is central to their strategy, and as players like Post and Kuminga develop further, the team's overall flexibility increases. This ongoing evolution highlights how the Warriors are not just relying on past strategies, but are actively refining rotations, experimenting with offensive sets, and adjusting defensively to create mismatches and exploit weaknesses. The draft decisions from previous years continue to be a point of discussion among fans, with reflections on players like LaMelo Ball and Jonathan Kuminga illustrating the complex calculus of roster construction. Decisions made regarding European prospects and domestic talents highlight the balance between potential upside and immediate team fit, especially in a championship window centered around Curry and Thompson. These reflections underscore the careful planning required to maintain competitiveness, while also navigating the uncertainties inherent in player development and injury management. Even as Golden State navigates these considerations, their recent games showcase the blend of experience, youth, and strategic adjustments that define their current approach. Scoring distribution, defensive schemes, and rotational management are all contributing to a team that remains highly competitive while identifying areas for improvement. Each game provides new insights into player performance, chemistry, and the effectiveness of the system as a whole, guiding coaching decisions and shaping expectations for the remainder of the season. With the balance of veteran leadership and emerging talent, Golden State continues to demonstrate that adaptability and strategic depth are critical to sustaining success in the NBA. Observing how the team addresses challenges in the frontcourt, backcourt rotations, and matchups against elite opponents will be essential in evaluating their championship potential. The integration of players like Wiseman, continued development of younger pieces, and the calculated use of experienced stars all combine to create a dynamic environment where adjustments are constant, and every game offers an opportunity to refine and optimize the team's performance. Continuing the discussion on the Golden State Warriors, it is clear that their recent performances are both a reflection of their strengths and a spotlight on the areas that require strategic adjustments moving forward. The team's backcourt depth has provided flexibility, but it also presents challenges in allocating minutes effectively. Players like Moses Moody, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Buddy Hield, and Jordan Poole bring energy and scoring potential, yet the rotation needs careful management to maintain efficiency and cohesion. The balance between giving young players meaningful opportunities and preserving the stamina of veterans such as Curry, Thompson, and Draymond is delicate, and how the coaching staff navigates this will significantly impact the team's performance during crucial stretches of the season. Rebounding has emerged as another critical factor in the Warriors' strategy. While the team has performed well on the boards, much of the effort has been shouldered by backcourt players rather than frontcourt specialists. Draymond Green continues to contribute across multiple facets of the game, including rebounding and playmaking, while Horford provides veteran stability. Quentin Post, as a developing stretch big, adds floor spacing but still needs to assert a more dominant presence inside. Effective rebounding, particularly against teams with multiple athletic big men, will be essential in sustaining fast break opportunities, controlling possessions, and limiting second chance points for opponents. The frontcourt will need to step up consistently if the Warriors are to remain a dominant force deep into the playoffs. Free agency and roster construction remain areas of keen interest for Warriors fans. James Wiseman's return to the team could provide a significant boost, particularly given his familiarity with Steve Kerr's system and his potential as a post presence. Wiseman's athleticism and ability to handle legitimate minutes at the 5 position complement the existing roster, offering versatility against teams that employ multiple big men. Additionally, Wiseman's presence could alleviate some of the pressure on Draymond and Horford, allowing them to focus on their unique skill sets while maintaining overall team balance. Integrating Wiseman effectively will require careful planning, but the potential upside is considerable, particularly against elite opponents like the Milwaukee Bucks. Speaking of the Bucks, they represent one of the more formidable tests on Golden State's schedule. Giannis Antetokounmpo continues to dominate, and the supporting cast, including Miles Turner, has proven capable of executing high-level basketball without relying on a star like Damian Lillard. The Warriors' smaller lineup creates matchup challenges, particularly in terms of interior defense and rebounding. Al Horford's availability will be critical, as his veteran presence and ability to anchor the defense can mitigate some of the inherent size disadvantage. The team's success against Milwaukee will hinge on a combination of perimeter shooting, disciplined rotations, and maximizing every scoring opportunity. Historical performance against Giannis demonstrates that Golden State can rise to the occasion, but consistency and attention to detail will be crucial. The team's offensive strategies have evolved to emphasize spacing, ball movement, and diversified scoring. Curry remains a cornerstone of the offense, but the emergence of secondary scorers such as Poole, Post, and Kuminga ensures that Golden State is not overly reliant on a single player. Balanced scoring creates a multidimensional threat, making defensive schemes against the Warriors more complex for opponents. This adaptability allows the team to adjust during games, exploit mismatches, and sustain offensive momentum even when shots are not falling perfectly. In combination with defensive rotations that leverage both veteran experience and youthful energy, Golden State maintains the ability to control the tempo and dictate the flow of games. Roster construction and draft decisions continue to be a subject of reflection. The choices made in prior drafts, particularly with high-potential talents and international prospects, illustrate the delicate balance between immediate team fit and long-term upside. The Warriors' approach in previous years prioritized maintaining a championship window for Curry and Thompson while integrating young talent in a measured way. This strategy has created a dynamic roster that combines proven performers with high-upside players, but it also necessitates constant evaluation to ensure that depth, spacing, and skill sets align with the evolving demands of the league. As the season progresses, Golden State's ability to adapt and optimize rotations will play a pivotal role in their success. Integrating new pieces, refining offensive sets, and managing player workloads all contribute to a team environment that encourages growth, resilience, and competitiveness. Players like Kuminga and Post are still developing, and the minutes they receive, combined with their performance under pressure, will be instrumental in shaping the team's identity. Veterans like Draymond, Curry, and Horford provide the stability and experience necessary to guide these younger talents, ensuring that the team can handle high-stakes situations while continuing to evolve strategically. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The NBA rumor mill is heating up again, and this time all eyes are on Golden State. Sources close to the organization claim that Karl-Anthony Towns, yes, KT, is set to join the Warriors, a move that could completely redefine the team's offensive identity. The chatter is that Golden State is ready to push its attack into a borderline insane five-out system, something fans and analysts alike have only dreamed about seeing at this level of the game. Imagine Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, and now Towns all spaced perfectly around the perimeter, with cutting lanes, dribble handoffs, and pick-and-pop options stretching defenses to the breaking point. The whispers started a few weeks ago, but insiders insist negotiations have progressed far enough that a deal could be imminent. The implications are enormous. Towns has long been one of the league's most versatile big men, combining elite shooting with the ability to drive, post up, and pass. Pair that skill set with Golden State's pace and space culture, and suddenly the Warriors' offense isn't just elite, it's almost unguardable. Analysts are already speculating about how Steve Kerr might rotate players to maximize spacing, suggesting lineups that were previously impossible could now become the norm. Of course, skepticism is natural. Integrating a traditional center into a small ball heavy system has never been easy, even for a coach as innovative as Kerr. But Towns isn't just any center. His ability to stretch the floor and operate in the open court makes him a perfect fit for a five-out system. The rumor has ignited social media debates, with fans imagining triple and quadruple screen actions, Curry and KT running pick and pop after pick and roll, and defenses collapsing in ways that could redefine modern NBA spacing. If the deal goes through, the Warriors would not only be adding talent, they'd be sending a signal to the entire league. Small ball is evolving, and they are at the forefront. The buzz is real, the stakes are high, and the basketball world is holding its breath. Will this be the ultimate offensive experiment, or just another overhyped rumor? Either way, the Warriors' rumored move to a five-out offense with KT is the kind of story that makes fans stay glued to their screens. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.